Alright, so welcome to INFS309 lab tutorial recording. I'm recording this tutorial for, based on the request of some students in the course. Actually, we have been done this during the very first lessons or classes we have taken during the lab activities. Our session that will be, it will be about the exploring IIS on Windows Server 2012. The procedures here are actually very simple and straightforward. There are nothing much, nothing much of configuration that we'll be handling here. It is just like installing the rules of IIS, and then we will be writing a very simple script on how to launch the HTML web page. So basically, there are two main steps here that we will cover, and they have been typically actually explained here. Shot by shot, as I have been capturing in my lab manual. So it is already for you to review. But let's just go into a fast track, and then we'll be reviewing that. Okay, so first of all, you'll be in the dashboard of the server. So now we are going to install the rules of the feature and the features. Click on that and click next. Select the type that should be role based. Click next again here, and then you go to the server rules. We are targeting the web server IIS. So it is not installed here, so I'm going to install it all, and then I will select the features. And what I'm going to do here, it is that because IIS, it is the main brain of the web server, or it's the main brain for Windows Server 2012, or actually whatever, even the other time, the other versions, IIS is considered as one of the main, one of the core functions or one of the core services being applied here. So that's why you can see a prompted link here that allows you to select the different features. There are actually many features under IIS that can be installed, and this is actually a very huge service. Take this and then click next. Go to the features here, and then we're actually going to we'll be selecting here 3.5. If possibly we could be able to to download it, that would be fine. If not, then we'll be just we'll be just taking it enough with the with the .NET Framework 4.5. Click next here, and then go to these are the descriptions. This is the description of the Windows Server, so things that you should note here about that. So you can just go through them and read them. Click next if you have accepted, and this is the rule services. We'll try to make sure that everything here is being installed. In order to make a full installation of the IIS, we need to make sure that everything under the web server is being installed. So I will just go through them one by one here, and then tick them all. Probably we need to make more than one time in the installation, because some services, if we just tick them all at once, they may conflict with each other. The installation process of them, they may conflict with each other, which causes at the end inability to make a successful installation. All right, so .NET Framework extensibility, as you can see here. So I'm trying to add as much as possible of these rules in the current time. All right, so let me just proceed with that until the FTP server. We can click next here. All right, so we just simply click install. We just give it a little time to install the services. All right, so installation have been successful after waiting for about 2-3 minutes, and then we simply after the installation succeeded here, so we simply click close here. All right, so again, so we're still left with some roles and services under the IIS. So we go again, and then we continue from whatever we have left that has been not checked that time. Right, so we go to the next again here. So if you notice here, you don't need to go further, because now if you click, IIS has been brought to you here under server rules, so we do not need to go for more steps. So drop down this menu here, and then see all the services that has not been installed. So this one, it seems that, I mean, it shows that it's fully been installed. So whatever sub items under this web server, it shows that it's been installed. So we're lost with the with the FTP server. So we click on it and then make sure that everything is being clicked. And then, so here also, we also tick, I mean, like scroll down, I mean, like open it, open the sub lists on it, and then click, try to select everything here. Okay, so we make sure that we just only select the IIS, not to exceed more than IIS. Okay, so until Windows Deployment Service that it's actually out of the IIS. All right, so these are the only parts that are available here. All right, so let me just confirm that everything has been checked. Yeah. Okay, we're adding the features for IIS 6. Then that should be fine. So with that, we are, I mean, like after we completing this, it shows that we are actually installing everything on that server regarding the IIS. So we click next again here, and then leave it with the installation. This actually, this time it shouldn't take, I mean, like this shot of installation shouldn't take more than the previous time, because the amount, I mean, like the number of items that we're going to install, it's not really huge. So almost there, you can see the buffer. Yeah, succeeded. All right, so with that, we are actually now already installing everything. I mean, like the full package of IIS. To confirm this, we just need to go and go to the, I mean, like to go to the start. From start, we type internet information services manager. That's the one that we're looking for, not 6. However, 6 we have installed just now, but we are looking for that one, which is 8, the latest one. Okay, so this is the main page of I mean, like for the server, I mean, like for the IIS server, and then we can go here to our server that's been attached by clicking on it, and then we just simply respond yes to this message. So now if you want to view your default website, here under sites, you can go to the default website, and it seems that the website is actually starting already. So if you want to browse it, I mean, like you want to test what is that web page, you can click here on browse website. If you click on it, it will prompt you that web page telling you that everything is now working fine. Right, so seems that more than one tab has opened. So click again here. Yes, there is it. So this shows that actually you are showing that server default websites, and it shows that also IIS is functioning well, and it is actually active in the moment. Okay, so this is the first step. Now that installation and configuration of IIS is already done, and here we have tested that, and we have made sure that the default home page has been brought up to, I mean, like brought up in the browser. So in the next step here, we are actually going to create an IIS. We're going to create actually a simple HTML web page. Let's say we want to change this web page to be our own web page, whatever web page you're actually creating for your, I mean, like for your server. Okay, so close this now, and then just leave this open and minimize it. Also minimize this, and then go to the C driver here. We go under C. We need to you can see here, this is the int pub. These are the these are actually the main directory that has been created for the web server. So www root here, this is actually the main web page that you're actually browsing. See, if you double click on it, so we are reading it, it's the same web page. So this is just the code of that web page. If you go and open it with for example, Notepad, for example, you can see here, this is the HTML code of it. So anyway, so it's because it has been linked and indexed, I mean, like with that default website, it is now being able to load as the default web page of the server. So what we're going to do here is that most likely in most practices here, whenever we are developing any web server page, I mean, like web page for the server, most likely we use this root. I mean, like we use this directory, www root. Here it's to create and develop more than, I mean, like the different web pages here. But for the, I mean, like for the purpose of practice, we will just remain this as it is, as for the purpose of experimentation. Okay, and we will create another folder here out of that under C drive, and then we call it just IIS. Okay, again I'm saying, and again I'm notifying later. I mean, like in the real practices here, you're supposed to work with the www root, okay, where actually all the web server, all the, I mean, like the web pages for the servers are being actually created and developed here. Okay, but because we are actually making it as a, I mean, like trying it and practicing this as an experimentation now, so we do not need actually to go in here. And because also I want for the, I mean, like the second reason, I want to remain this web page without being deleted, so that I may use it in the future configurations. Okay, so that's why I do not want to modify here. While I mean, like instead of that, I will just create a different folder, and then I will be modifying within that folder. So what I will do here, after I created the folder, I will just go and also create a simple text document, and later on I will change it to HTML, to be HTML web page. All right, so I'll just term it as index. This is the name of it. All right, so it should be .html. Click OK. If it doesn't take the I mean, like the extension, later on we can edit that. All right, so that I have created the HTML page, the file, so I can paste the simple code as I mean, like as what you know. You can just write any code you want, in, I mean, like in the from your HTML skills that you have learned, I mean, like from the previous experience. So let me just copy paste that code. I have taken it and I'm like from a text editor, and like you can actually edit and modify your code up to your flavor. I mean, like as long as you're not following, I mean, like you're not facing any errors. So make sure that tags are being in, I mean, like tags are being written in a correct way, and you're following the correct syntax of HTML page. So we'll save that, and then I will go and also save it as here. And let me just this doesn't drop me. So what I will do is that I will need to change the extension of that file. So there's a way actually to do that. If you go to view here, I click here, show file name extensions. Here, there you go. So you'll find the .txt. It is the default extension. So if you delete that and make sure that it's index dot whatever name dot html, press enter, and then yes, allow it to change the name. So you can see the icon has also changed its shape. All right, so that's the first step here. We have created a file. You can just minimize that and then go back again to, I mean, like our default website. The first thing you need to do here is that you need to stop that service, because we now want to create a new website. We do not want the default website to use the, I mean, like the port 80. And you can see that ports we have been, I mean, like as you have known and we have studied that, is that two applications, they cannot run on the same port. So either one has to take a different port number. So with that, let's just stop the default application. Make sure that you're selecting it. Click stop here, and then just go to sites and click add a website. Okay, just provide your site name. Could be like a SVR admin page, SVR admin. Actually, it should be .com. I mean, like a small letter admin. All right, so this is the application pool, the site name. Could be like let's say .com or .local. Let me just make it .com. Just imagine that it's like a commercialized domain name. Right, so that's the important thing here. So the physical path. So here you need to provide or fit in where is the page that you want this website to read from, or where is the directory that you want this website to read from. So you are navigating here, and you go through to IIS. Here, this is the main directory where you want to that website to read the files from. So that website, I mean, like that directory will be the, I mean, like the main directory for, I mean, like the website. Click OK, and there you go. So here the binding, which is the protocol type, it's an HTTP or HTTPS. So we're going to use HTTP. I mean, like because we want to make it simple and straightforward. The IP address all assigned here. just all unassigned here. We do not want to, I mean, like assign a particular IP address. It's because this is just, I mean, like an experimentational experiment. I mean, like a try. So this is the port. You do not change that port because we have already stopped port 80 here. So it's okay for that to take over that port. So, but if you have two different websites, for example, that default website is still running, not stop, and run on port 80. In this case, yes, you need to change another port, maybe like 8080, for example, so that you do not conflict with that port, because it will not allow you. Anyhow, you'll be having an error message that you cannot launch that website if you do that. All right, so that's why we select 8080. Otherwise, we need to stop that in order to take the same port. Okay, so the host name here, that's yeah, I think this is like not really important, because you see here this is the site name and the host name here. It's just it could be like a duplication of that, or otherwise, I mean, like, unless you want to, I mean, like, you are running on an online application, or an online server, sorry, web page, so that you can, I mean, like, you may need to enter the, I mean, like, the host name. So with that, just click OK. Yeah, so this is the, I mean, like, this is the message. It's already assigned here, but that website, I mean, like, that website is not running. So you can just click OK here, I mean, yes, in order to allow it to go through. As long as this is stopped, so there's no problem with that. I mean, like, to go fine. All right, so this is it. You just click on it here, and if you want to browse your web page now, if you click here on browse 8080, you should have your web page being uploaded to you, as you can see here. All right, so this is it. Hello there. I mean, like, hello, this is the main web server, and this is your text. Actually, this is just simple HTML. So with that, just congratulations, you have already done, you know, like the, I mean, like, the task. You have already uploaded a web page. You have reading it from, like, locally into being, I mean, like, into being online, I mean, like, on the server. Because you see, if you're browsing here again, so it reads from HTTP. It doesn't read from what? It doesn't read from the C. All right. So there's a difference here. You see, there's actually a difference here. So this is an HTTP, meaning that it is running on the server, but this is running locally. You need to differentiate between these two. I mean, like, situations of launching the website. This is an online, actually. This is running on the like, on the HTTP server. Okay, so with that, let me thank you for watching, and then this is the end of our tutorial. So thank you, and see you again.